Welcome back to Dad and Daughters Collectibles, everyone. I wanted to take some time and I'm making this on Saturday night, posting it on Sunday morning, so I'm making it on September 20th, posting on September 21st, because these products are coming out this week. And I wanted to take the time to go through them and talk a little bit about them so that you have a heads up. I've done this with, I think, Donruss FOTL before. I don't think I did Prizm FOTL, but I want to do more of this, especially with some upcoming releases. Panini is, again, for all the flaws in the hobby, both Topps and Panini. One thing I do like Panini that they do is they have their new product releases out. They give you, once they're committed, that's another topic altogether. But once they're committed to launching the product, it usually comes out with about a 5 or 6 day countdown. You can see this is a Prizm, Prizm complete set, premium box set coming out in 1 day, 16 hours. So I think this is on Monday. So at least you know when it's coming out. And it's a Dutch auction, which there are flaws with Dutch auctions. I'm not here to tell you how great they are. But the one thing that's different than Panini and Topps, I know Topps is trying to get better at this. Topps has had some awful product launches where people who are there, hey, the product is ready at 11 a.m. Central on Monday, go order it, and people can't even get it in their cart, right? There have been multiple awful releases into the Bob Ross, Topps Heritage High Number, along with some other ones. Panini doing the Dutch auction means you may overpay for something, but if you really want it, you can at least get it. You could jump in here. Again, I think if my math's right, so 16 hours would be Sunday morning, one whole extra day would be Monday morning. So that on Monday morning, if you're just like, I want this, I don't care, you can come in, be the first one to buy one for $750 and get it. Now, I don't recommend that. But at the very least, you can get it. Whereas some of the Topps releases have been so awful, you don't even have a chance, right? And then you're paying markups because like some of those Heritage High Number went to like $225 the weekend after it came out, and Bob Ross like doubled. It's kind of wild. So, not here to sell you on that Dutch auctions are great. There's flaws with them too, but at the very least, you can have a chance to get it before the bots scoop them up and buy them, which they will at some point. So, if you don't know how a Dutch auction works, this particular one starts at $750. All of them will have a different starting range. You will see the other product I'm going to highlight, Panini 3 and 2, starts at $500. Then it will start to drop every 5 minutes until 1 p.m. when it hits a floor price of $200. It may never get to $200. It may sell out at $275. Somewhere here at like 12:30 or whatever that time is, and then it never hits 200. But if you're patient and you're looking for a deal and just watch it, maybe, just maybe it drops to 200. So at some point, it's going to sell out. I would imagine the bots are going to scoop this up in the $300 range. I'll get to that in a minute. So what do you get in the Prizm Premium box set? So you get a complete set of cards numbered to 199 you get a Pandora Prizm numbered to 199 of every card number 1 through 300. So every card in the base set numbered to 199. That's it. The addition is you get 6 exclusive gold Pandora Prizms numbered to 4. So randomly inserted in there, you have to break the seal. So again, if you're just trying to keep this sealed, you got to pop that open, and then the resale value may go down a little bit. I'm not going to talk about that here. But then you get these 6 gold Pandora Prizms. So full set, numbered to 199, 6 Pandora Prizms, numbered to 4. There are many good players. Nick Kurtz is in this set. Chase players this year would be probably Nick Kurtz, Roman Anthony, but there are a lot of prospects like Charlie Condon, Jesus Mate. Having all of them to 199 is not a bad deal, right? Depending on where it sells out at. There's also a lot of like old players that aren't super collectible that are probably really tough to even sell for $1. My guess would be that the average card in this set, if you just sort of bought this, opened it, cracked it, sold it on eBay, and eBay took their fees, you could get between $300 and $400 for the base set after a lot of time and work. So again, you're putting a lot of equity into the product and it's sitting there. You're losing some liquidity. You can't, that money is tied up in that product until you sell it. My guess is a $300 to $400 range if you priced aggressively and could sell all of them $300 to $400. So really, the value in the set comes down to what you get for these 6 gold Pandoras, right? You could get a bunch, and cards numbered to 4 are great. Even if you get like a Christy Mathewson, you could probably get like $5 for that. But if you get a Roman Anthony, now you're talking something different. If you're getting a Nick Kurtz, you're talking something different. Even a Paul Skeens is going to be something different. Second year Skeens is probably still going to command 25, 50, 70. Don't quote me on prices, but it's going to be a nice card, right? So I'm not going to be a buyer. I don't want to tie up my money in this product, but it's an interesting product. If this hit, certainly if this ever hit 200, I guess if I'm watching this on Monday and the hit's 200, I'll probably buy one for 200 because I think that's an insane price. Where do I think this is going to sell out? I think in the 350 to 300 range. If this is a product that interested you, that's where I'd be targeting if you're looking for value. If you just love this product and you just want to take a shot at it, go for it. I probably would look for that $400 range just in terms of reasonable, right? A reasonable price around 400. I would not pay anything above 500 for sure. I'm a bargain shopper, so 400 would kind of be like my entry point if I just absolutely love the product. 300 if you're kind of looking at where I think the bots are going to sell it. If it goes below 300, probably a decent deal. So this is Monday, but the one I want to talk more about is Panini 3 and 2. This one comes out 3 days, 16 hours. So tomorrow's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So Wednesday, I believe, is when this comes out. You guys can check 9:24, which is Wednesday, 11 Central. So again, do the math. Make sure you're not using Central Time. Central Time is my time, but make sure you do your math if you're interested in this product. Let me take a sip real quick to wet the whistle. So I'm pretty excited about this product. $500 for it is too much. But let's talk about what's in it. So some really cool cards. I'm going to go through the auto list here in a second, but new this year are these trifectas. There are a few of them that are absolutely spectacular, this being one of them. A Red Sox triple auto of Marcelo Mayo, Christian Campbell, and Roman Anthony is just an amazing card for any Red Sox collector, any collector at all. But if you're a Red Sox, like, this is an awesome chase card. Here's another one that's an example. Here's a trifecta of Ripken, Witt, and Ozzie Smith. 3 shortstops, 2 Hall of Famers, one of which is on his way. If you're a collector of the hobby, these are 3 awesome names. Opening a card like this would be absolutely amazing. I have no idea what the value of a card like this would be depending on the numbering, etc. Maybe it's 100, 150 bucks. Maybe it's 300. I don't know. This is one of those cards that, regardless of price, opening it would be just awesome, right? It's one of those, oh my God, I pulled one of these. This is amazing, right? So there are some really, really cool autos in here. Let me go through the list. Here's the Beckett list. They've got a lot of the same pictures on there. You got Ethan Holiday, you've got Aaron Judge, here's another one of the trifectas. You're a Cardinals fan, from their great teams of the early 2000s, mid 2000s, Molina, Wainwright, Pujols. Those are, if not the 3 guys, 3 of the top 4 or 5 guys. This is an awesome card for a Cardinals fan and any baseball fan as well. So what are we getting? I was going to go through the auto list. Let's talk about the photo list first, and I'll come back to that. Sorry, I'm a little disorganized here. So what do you get in the photo box? So first off, you only get 5 cards in the box, regardless of photo or hobby, when the hobby comes out later. You get a photo exclusive slabbed auto numbered to 6 or less. I'm sorry, not 6 or less, numbered to 6. Very interesting on the wording here. So photo exclusive slabbed auto numbered to 6. You also get 1 slab mem numbered to 7 or less, and they do not say photo exclusive. So I'm going to go through that in a second, because there are some photo exclusive slab mems, and then there are some others that are not. This means for the autos, you cannot get a 1-of-1 slabbed auto in the photo based on the way this reads, and I believe that is correct. You are only going to get one of the photo exclusives. I'll go and show you that in a second. The slab mems, you're going to get guaranteed at least a 7, potentially lower, including 1-of-1s, is the way this is interpreted. You are also going to get 3 base insert. It says insert parallels, but again, you'll see the base cards. The base cards, what do I want to say here, are all numbered to 99. That's what I was going to say. Every card in this set is numbered to 99 or less. So the base is 99, and then it goes down from there. Again, I'll show you that in a second. So 5 cards. Your photo exclusive is going to be to 6. You get slab mem to 7 or less. So let's go through those lists now. Here's the base. Let's go to autos first because that's what I'm going to start with. So if you go at the look at the list, you will see here these red photos are listed in every single one of the autos. So day one is a lot of draft picks and prospects. If you get one of these, a lot of these are holds right now because you're waiting on to see if these guys pan out. Some of them are more likely to or closer to. For example, Mizraski is already in the big leagues. So again, you could get the photo to 6 auto of his. That would be a great card. Connor Griffin is the number 1 prospect right now. So again, you could get that card. Other people in here, Sebastian Walcott's a big prospect. Bazana's a big prospect. Colson Montgomery's in the bigs right now. He's hammering the ball for the White Sox. Christian Campbell, you can see the others as well. So, but you're going to get one of these. If you get a day one, it's going to be to 6. Your Hall of Fame signatures, red photo to 6. So you could get one of these. Your jersey autos, red photo to 6. You could get one of these. These are patch autos, and you can see a variety of prospects along with existing big leaguers. So you saw some of the same guys up there. You had Connor Griffin up there. You've got Colson Montgomery. You also start to see Paul Skeens in here. You also start to see Jackson Churio. You start to see other veterans in here as well. Jersey swatch, you're going to get a red. If you get one of these, you're going to get a red photo to 6. Again, some interesting choices in here. You got like a Prince Fielder, Austin Wells, along with Skeens, obviously. Certain names, like the Sesame Street, one of these things is not like the other. I love Prince Fielder when he played for Milwaukee, but, if I'm going to get a jersey swatch signature, I'd rather have it be a Skeens than a Fielder. Legendary signatures, again, you're going to get, if you get one of these, it's going to be a photo to 6. You can see a lot of Hall of Famers and all-time greats in here. Starts to get more interesting down here. So +1 autos. This is where you get dual. So a Bobby Witt, Aaron Judge, a Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens, a Molina Pujols, an Ortiz Manny, and you've got Mauer Santana for the Twins. If you get one of those duals, it's going to be to 6. That is pretty awesome. Pristine prospect signatures. If you get one of these, it will be a red to 6. Again, you have a lot of these are again a lot of the same prospect lists here, so a lot of double dipping. But again, really great names. I see Mate. I see Christian Campbell. I see Matt Shaw. I see Mizraski. I see Kurtz. Bubba Chandler. All names people are grabbing and collecting right now. Spotlight Spikes. This was the one that was on the Panini page here. This was they're going to look like this. So it's like highlighting their shoes because, people love shoes, especially if you're my daughters. You got Judge Skeens, Dion, which is a really cool one for shoes there. Christian Campbell, Dylan Cruz. Timeless Moments. I'm assuming this is capturing something really cool these players did. So again, some good names in here as well. If you get one of those, it's going to be a photo to 6. And then these are those trifectas. Interesting about the trifectas, they really highlight some of the really cool ones like the Bobby Witt, Cal Ripken, Ozzie Smith. The Red Sox one. There's this one that I haven't talked about, Smoltz, Glavine, Maddox. Amazing if you got that to 6. But then there's just like some random throw-ins like Charlie Condon, Travis Bazana, Chase Burns. Yes, they're all prospects and related, but that's about it. There's nothing tying them together like some of the other ones. So some interesting ones in here, but some of the high-end ones or some of the really cool ones, again, I think are awesome. If you get one of those, it's going to be to 6. So that's the auto checklist. You're going to get one of those to 6. Obviously, a huge range. Some of these are going to be $5 autos, $5 to $10 autos to 6. Some of these are going to be in the hundreds of dollars to 6. And so it's a wide range. You then also have a chance at the MEMS. And in the MEMS, you've got some really cool stuff as well. Here are quad MEMS. You can see this is a potential red photo. This is where it gets interesting. You could get a red photo of this. You could also get the 1 of 1 because it's 7 or less. It's not the guaranteed photo. So some of these have photo exclusive MEMS and some don't. So again, here you've got a cool Baltimore Orioles one. Here you've got an awesome White Sox one. I know the White Sox aren't the most collectible team, but Teal is playing, Montgomery's playing, Hagen Smith is one of their top prospects, so is Braden Montgomery. That is a really cool card if you're a White Sox fan to hold on to and see how those guys pan out. Here's an awesome Pirates one. Look at this. Nick York, Bubba Chandler, Connor Griffin. Holy cow, what an amazing card that would be. Here is a Washington Nationals, which got Cruz, Wood, and then Brady House and Seaver King, 2 other prospects. And then you also got this Red Sox one, three of the players we mentioned, Anthony Campbell, Mayer, along with Franklin Arias. So Again, full count swatches have some red photals along with some lower numbered stuff. These are a lot of prospects along with some veterans in here as well. Luminous Lumber. Here's that list. Prospect duels as well. I'm not going to get too much into the relics and swatches. The reason I think you're not guaranteed to get a red photal and that you could get why they say 7 or less instead of red photo exclusive is because I believe there are more autos than um, there are more photo autos than there are photo patches, and therefore they had to substitute some of the red photo swatches with some of these lower numbered ones. Again, that is based on the way this reads, and again, they would say one photo exclusive slab mem if that's what it was guaranteed, and it does not say that. So again, I think you could get something lower, but a lot of them will be the red photo exclusives. Hopefully, I'm making that clear. So cool checklists, cool patches. Again, if you see some of these are like quad patches, and the patches they pick seem to be not just napkins. They seem to do a really good job. This seems to be sort of like a tier one equivalent product to Panini. Lastly, and this is a really big lastly, um, if you want to get a downtown of in baseball, this is the only set to do it. Here are the downtowns. These are supposed to be case hits, so I believe there are 10 boxes to a case, 10% chance to hit a downtown, and this is the downtown list. You can see here, it's a pretty darn good list. There are some ones that are not as good as others, but I looked last year, even the low end downtowns last year are like in the $100 to $2 range, and they go up from there. Some of the Skeens ones have sold in the thousands, right? So this won't be a Skeens rookie downtown. But you've got guys getting some of their first downtowns, not just rookies like a Cam Smith or a Roman Anthony, which are going to be big sellers, but Deion Sanders has a great market. He does not have a downtown. Now he does. Roberto Clemente has a downtown. He has a collector's market. Bobby Witt was in last year. Dylan Cruz was in last year, surprisingly. A-Rod, I don't think was, and this is on the Mariners. Quite frankly, if I was going to get an A-Rod, I would get one on the Mariners because that's when he was, I think, at his best, in my opinion. Pujols doesn't have a downtown. He's getting one. Griffey Jr. was on the Mariners last year in a downtown. Now he's getting a Reds. I have the list up here for 2024. You can do a quick comparison here. Inserts. Full counts, going yard, legendary. Where are they? Nope, I'm in the wrong spot. Inserts, blank slate. Oh no, I went right past it. So you can see Bobby Witt is on both lists. Dylan Cruz is on both lists. James Wood is on both lists, which is a little weird to double up on those guys. Judge is on both lists. But I believe Jacob Wilson is new this year as well, so that would be another taste one. Here's 24 again. You got Caminero, Ellie last year, some really, really big names. I think the 24 downtown list is a little better, but this one's not far behind. So again, you have a 10% chance of getting a downtown. There's one other case hit, which are these blank slates. These are the low end of these last year go for about $20 right now. The high ends go for $100 to $200. Like a Judge blank slate, I think is in the $100 to $200 range. So if you do get one of the two case hits, this is blank slate is in second place, but downtown is what you have a chance for. And again, if you hit that, you don't even need a good auto or mem card. The downtown's going to pay for the box itself. So very, very interesting product. I have my eye on it. So this is also a Dutch auction. $500 is the starting price. The bottom is $225. I do not believe this will get to $225. I know right now on pre-sale for the non-photo regular hobby boxes, those are pre-selling for $300 on like DA Card World, Steel City Collectibles, etc. So $300 seems to be, at least right now, where hobbies are being priced. So am I going to buy one of these? Probably not, because I think they're going to sell out at a higher price than I'm willing to buy one at. But if these go below 300, I'm going to be very tempted because it is a bit of a gamble product. I'll fully admit that, and it's not, not necessarily. I like to go for value products, not gamble products. I've watched some of these get open last year. It looks like a really fun product to open. It has a chase element to it. And again, if it comes in under $300, it'll be priced less than half of what tier one was going for. I'm not sure where tier one is at, but I believe it peaked over $600. Um, so it's a good alternative to that. It has a good checklist, and I think I'm really interested. Where do I think it will sell out? Between 350 and 300. So if you were looking to buy this and were just really, really wanting to make sure you could get one, I'd start to look to pull the trigger on buying one at 350 or a little bit under. If you're patient like me and you really don't want to get it unless it's a really good price, wait till it goes below 300. And then at that point, it's really just how long you can wait and how much you're willing to pay. But I think it's a really interesting product. Again, I think these cards look amazing, awesome. These tri autos were not in the product last year, so it's new to the product this year. So I'm going to be watching this one on Wednesday. And if you like what you see here, I recommend watching it too. Now, the other interesting thing is, and this I learned from Run Good Life. You don't know who he is. He is a breaker. I'm not super into breakers, but he seems to be a pretty good guy and really gives it to you like it is. Um, what he has said is that Panini generally prices their hobby boxes based on the photo price. So if the photo price sells out at 275, the hobbies will probably come in on the Panini site around 250 or less. That may mean all those other third party sellers drop theirs to 250 or less as well. And given the fact that you can't get one of ones, or if you do, it's really, really, really hard in photo, you're just guaranteed that low number card. Maybe a hobby box at 250 is close enough to good enough to the photo that that's worth going for as well. So there's kind of multiple layers to this that if you miss out on the photo, but the photo price is low enough, it may mean hobby drops low enough that you become a buyer at that point as well. So if you like what you see, watch this product on Wednesday. It looks really cool. Like I said, I know unlicensed isn't for everybody, and there's always that argument, and don't want to get into it. Like it, don't like it, buy it, don't buy it. There's no reason to argue about it. But I'm going to be keeping my eyes on it. I'm going to try to do more videos like this. So if you get to the end here and you're listening to what I'm saying right now and you're like, hey, this is really good info and I want more info on products like this before they come out because I can't pay attention as much, let me know and I will try to do this. I will try to do it for Topps as well when I have more heads up, but I feel like when I notice it on Topps's website, it's like 2 days to go and then the buying process is a disaster. I know they're trying to fix that. So if they get better at that, it might be something I do more with Topps as well. But this is something I can do for Panini products because of the Dutch auction. I can kind of, again, gauge where I think I would be a buyer, what I think a good price is, what I think a fair price is, and actually give some analysis as opposed to, just sort of go to the Topps website and hope you're being one of the first ones to get there, right? That's kind of the strategy with Topps. Not even that, not even just be the first one. Hope you get lucky enough to get one in the cart because most of the time the technology fails and you can't even get one in the cart, right? That's not really a strategy. That's not really a video worth doing, but this is. So if you want to see more, let me know. If you like what you see on the channel, give us a like and subscribe. We're always trying to do new content, new things. So we do rips, we do PSA grading. I try to give my thoughts on the hobby. I'm just a year into the hobby, so I'm certainly not as well versed and have as much experience as a lot of other people. But sometimes a noob's perspective is just as important as a seasoned pro's perspective, right? And my perspective being a family, a dad of 3 daughters, you know, I don't have $10,000 a month to go spend on cards. I've got, if I hit a couple big cards, my biggest budget in a month has been in the 750 to 1,000 range. Most of the time, it's in the 3 to 500 range. That's getting really creative with our budget as well. That's not like I'm sacrificing other things to do that to make content as well because I would like to grow the channel and just this is a really fun hobby for me. So it's sort of investing in myself and my hobby. Um, so if you like that sort of stuff, give us a like and subscribe. Let me know, and I will do more of it. And without further ado, I'm going to work on this, get it up for Sunday morning, so you guys have a few days to react to it. Because if you want to buy either of these products, I want to make sure you've got enough time to watch this and make an opinion for yourself. So have a great day, and remember, girls are collectors too.